Hello, first graders. This is Miss Thompson with your social studies lesson today. Today's lesson is barter and trade. And you're going to find out that these words mean exactly the same thing. Barter means trade. Our learning targets are to learn how trading was done before there was paper money. We've talked a little bit about this when we were talking about money. Remember, we talked about the Aztecs using cocoa beans. So before we had like bills, like dollar bills and $5 bills and all those bills, um, there was a thing called trading and bartering. And that's how people got supplies and things that they needed. Because there's not always been money like we know money now. We're also going to learn what a fair trade was. In other words, I couldn't just give you a penny for a nickel, could I? That wouldn't be fair because a penny's worth 1 cent and a nickel's worth 5 cents. So that would not be fair. We're going to learn what fair trades are. And we're going to learn the term barter. Our key vocabulary is barter and trade. And remember, barter does mean trade. So really, we just got to learn what trade means, and barter means exactly the same thing. And they use the word barter often in the earlier civilizations, in those older civilizations we've been talking about. Barter was the word they used a lot, and that meant the same thing as trading. So here we go. Before there was paper money, many people and cultures bartered and traded for goods and services. Like the Aztecs and the Mayans that we've discussed, they probably bartered and traded a lot. A farmer who grew a lot of corn might trade with a fisherman who had fish because the fisherman might want corn and the farmer might want some fish, so they could make a trade. Trading is the exchange of goods and services. So basically, you're giving somebody something and they're giving you something back. And a barter is just another word that means the same thing as trade. Today, we still use bartering and trading some. You might trade a toy with a friend who has an item you want. You might say, okay, I'll give you this car if you'll give me that car. You know, it might be worth the same thing, but you might like their car better and they might like your car better. I know used to in the Happy Meal toys, my kids would trade toys. I don't know if they still do that, but anyway. Someone who loves horses, they might clean out stables in order to be able to ride the people's horses. And that would be like trading out services, like clean the horse stables so that I can actually ride the horses, like if I don't have a horse. Is this a fair trade? So let's talk about this for a minute. And we're going to answer these together. Do you think trading a chicken for just one egg is fair trade? Remember, chickens lay lots of eggs. So would it be fair for me to give you a chicken and you just give me one egg? No, probably not. What about trading a loaf of bread for 6 eggs? That might be more of a fair trade. You give me a loaf of bread, I give you 6 eggs. What about trading a really valuable coin for just 1 penny? Let's say it was a really old coin worth lots of money. Would that be a fair trade for me just to give you a penny for your valuable coin? No, probably not. What about trading a cow for a hamster? Do you think that would be a fair trade? No, probably not. Because a cow, actually, you can sell a cow and make a lot of money because they use it for beef. Hamster, they don't use that for any kind of food. So that would not be a fair trade. What about trading some fresh vegetables for some fresh cheese? That could be a fair trade because I'll give you some tomatoes if you give me some cheese. That might be a fair trade. What about trading a cow for a chicken? Once again, a cow's a lot bigger, has a lot more meat. I think the cow would be much more valuable than the chicken. So I would say no, that's not a fair trade. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to turn in the answers you believe are true for the previous slide. Just answer yes or no. And guess what? I just did those with you. So just read back through them again and see if you remember what I said and see if you agree. If you don't agree with me, you can put no or yes or the opposite of what I said. It's okay if you don't agree. But that was just what I thought about fair trade. If you have any questions, you can email me and I'll try to answer you pretty quick. You're just going to take a picture of your answers and email that to your teacher. Have a good day.